As chair of the CSPC Awards Committee, it is an incredible honor to celebrate the third year of the Science Policy Award of Excellence, Youth category, with all of you tonight. We designed this award to help young Canadians from all walks of life see themselves as important contributors to proposing evidence-based solutions to the complex problems we face as a society. Les propositions des applicants sont liées à un ou plusieurs thèmes de la conférence et sont évaluées en aveugle par notre comité d'experts en fonction de leur utilisation efficace des preuves, de leur impact attendu, de leur créativité et de la façon dont elles communiquent clairement leurs solutions. This year, we were happy to see the number of applicants more than double and to have received excellent proposals from diverse people across this country, ranging from postdoctoral fellows to an ambitious grade 12 student. Why does the CSPC champion these awards? To answer that question, you need to look no further than last year's winner, Amani Saini, who said that her award win gave her the push and the credibility she needed to form an NGO, Adverse Drug Reaction Canada, which advocates to reduce the frequency of adverse drug reactions through genetic testing. The passion of the young people who apply to these awards is palpable and inspiring. Mais ces prix ne seraient pas possibles sans l'engagement et le dévouement de nos incroyables membres du comité de prix. Je vais demander à ceux qui sont ici ce soir à se lever. Veuillez-vous joindre à moi pour remercier M. Tetsu, Paul Dufour, ma co-animatrice Karine Morin, et aussi M. Arvind Gupta, fondateur de MyTax et professeur à l'Université de Colombie-Britannique, et Cynthia Robinson, ancienne directrice du AAAS Policy Fellowships Program. J'aimerais aussi remercier Charles McIver et Jenna Cara pour leur aide. Je ne peux penser à aucune personne de plus appropriée pour présenter ce prix que notre ministre des Sciences, l'honorable Kirsty Duncan. Elle est une championne passionnée, à la fois pour encourager les jeunes à se voir dans la science et pour placer la preuve au cœur de la prise de décision au gouvernement. Veuillez vous joindre à moi pour souhaiter la bienvenue à ministre Duncan.
Good evening, everyone. Bonjour à tous. Je suis ravie d'être ici avec vous ce soir. C'est toujours agréable de revoir de nombreuses anciennes connaissances. I look around this room and I see our distinguished guests, our friends, our family, our science and policy family. I'd like to acknowledge all the tremendous scientists in the room. And just looking here, I see Dr. Turok, of course, Dr. McDonald, Dr. Bernstein, our new Chief Science Advisor, Dr. Mona Niemer. Let me recognize all the tremendous researchers in the room, all the government officials who work so hard on behalf of all Canadians. And let me recognize our young researchers and know that you inspire all of us. Dr. Turok, you're a very hard act to follow. I was really impressed with the dancing. The 4 C's, curiosity, creativity, courage, and collaboration. And a reminder that we all have to appreciate science, as it will likely be the key to our future. What makes the impossible possible. And your final word, of possibility. Thank you for an inspiring keynote tonight. Mayor Dad, it seems like every year this event just gets stronger and stronger, and that's a real testament to you and your team. Many congratulations. Our government, yes. Our government is so proud to have the CSPC as a strong partner as we work to support Canadian science and the amazing people who make it happen. And so many of these people are here with us tonight as we gather to celebrate 150 years of Canadian scientific achievement, discovering insulin and stem cells, theory of plate tectonics and standardized time zones. And Dr. Turok challenged us all to this tonight. Creating computerized weather forecasting systems, the Canadarm, the IMAX movie system, and the list goes on. All Canadian achievements. All have had lasting effects on the lives of people around the world. It is in the great tradition of Canadian scientific leadership that the CSPC created their annual Science Policy Awards of Excellence. Ces prix montrent très bien le rôle essentiel des politiques publiques. Elles aident à faire le lien entre le génie de l'innovation scientifique et les besoins réels de la population. It is my distinct pleasure tonight to honor 3 inspiring young people in the youth category. This category recognizes a young person under the age of 35 who proposes an innovation and compelling evidence-based policy that will make a positive difference to Canadians. The first of our 2 runners-up has a passion for alpine and Arctic science that has led her through over 8 field seasons of ecological research in the circumpolar regions. As a northern researcher who is also a northerner herself, she is intrigued by the impact of science policy and relationships and power. She sees a region with so much research taking place, yet so little interaction with the local population. So this bright young woman has proposed fact-based and innovative modernizations to the legislation governing scientists and explorers in the Yukon, with the goal of improving both the quality of interaction and the quality of research taking place. Please join me in congratulating MEAGAN GRABOWSKI. Congratulations, Megan. Our next runner-up is a MyTax-funded postdoctoral fellow working to improve the quality of medical education. She focuses on the provision of services and access to care in the area of mental health, particularly in remote, rural, and Indigenous communities. She is dedicated to improving models of mental health care with the goal of helping Canadian youth and young adults make the most of their potential. Please join me in congratulating Dr. DEENA HAMZA. Dr. Turek, wasn't your word amazing tonight? Amazing. And now it is my pleasure to introduce you to this year's winner of the Science Policy Award of Excellence in the youth category. While working with Indigenous communities in Uganda and China, she noticed that the simple act of preparing a meal or heating your home with solid fuels can result in exposure to toxic fumes. As a Canadian, she knows that this unfortunate phenomenon is an issue for many of our own rural and Indigenous communities. Knowing that exposure to harmful household air pollutants has been linked to higher mortality and a range of chronic and acute health issues, this bright young woman has set about creating a Canadian rural household energy. Her work will improve lives and perhaps even save some. Please join me in a big round of applause for the 2017 Science Policy Award of Excellence Youth winner, Sierra Clark. Wow. 3 inspiring young women. 3 evidence-based projects aimed at improving the lives of Indigenous peoples through collaborative science and social imperative. Vous êtes le symbole parfait de tout ce que je peux espérer. Vous êtes l'avenir des sciences au Canada. On behalf of the Prime Minister, the entire Government of Canada, I'd like to express, again, my heartfelt congratulations to all 3 of you. I can't wait to see what you'll all do next, and I will be checking in. Thank you. Merci.
Merci beaucoup à Ministre Duncan et Merda d'avoir présenté ces prix et aussi de votre enthousiasme. Sierra, pourriez-vous nous faire l'honneur de partager un peu de votre proposition?
Okay, hello everybody. I think this is the biggest crowd that I've ever talked to before. So I'm a little nervous, but thank you. So as Minister Duncan said, I am very interested in how the environment impacts human health. And I've worked for the last 5 years in Uganda and China, where I was constantly confronted by this terrible realization, which is that, the simple act of cooking a meal for one's family or heating one's home actually meant daily exposure to high levels of air pollution inside the home. And this air pollution is the result of inefficient burning of solid fuels. And solid fuels meaning wood or coal, and burning them inefficiently in open fires or traditional stoves. And so while the sources of pollution are indoors and much of the exposure is indoors, it does impact entire communities because air pollution can cross the indoor and outdoor boundary. So while indoor air pollution from solid fuel burning is mostly impacting populations in low and middle income countries, it is impacting communities in Canada as well, particularly rural and northern communities. And the scale of wood burning in Canada, particularly inefficient wood burning, is not insignificant. There's actually about 3 million people who use wood as a source of fuel, and it's one of the biggest contributors to our outdoor air pollution levels as well. Depending on where you live, it can be anywhere from 10 to 60%. So the reason why I'm interested in the health risks or just the risks of pollution from solid fuel burning is that it's harmful to human health. Globally, it contributes to about 2.6 million deaths each year, and it impacts our health in different ways. It impacts the respiratory system, it's linked to cardiovascular disease, even health impacts that you might not think off the top of your head, such as impaired cognitive functioning. But it also impacts the health of our climate, and it's linked to climate change. For example, black carbon is one type of pollutant that is released from inefficient burning of solid fuels. And when black carbon is emitted and then deposited on the surface of ice sheets or glaciers, it actually increases the melting process by absorbing more sunlight. So I think that tackling black carbon specifically is very important for Canada's Northern and Inuit populations who are already experiencing the most rapid and extreme changes to their traditional ways of life, their local environments as a result of climate change. So the good news is there are tested and effective solutions for reducing pollution from solid fuel burning. For example, you can install air filters inside people's homes to protect indoor environments, or you can actually improve the stoves that people are already using to burn solid fuels so that they burn them more cleanly and efficiently, and less air pollution is released. So given the climate and health impacts of pollution from indoor air pollution, I propose a proactive policy where wood smoke impacted communities in Canada are identified. And there are already tools that have been developed that leverage air pollution and monitoring sites in Canada to actually identify these communities, and then work with these communities to identify improved and certified wood-burning stoves, as well as air filters as an intervention package that are subsidized or distributed freely to these communities. But I think that we really have to take a community-based approach. It has to be participatory, and implementers need to work with community members to determine what interventions are going to work where, what's effective, and what is most in line with local cooking needs and practices. And I think if I want you to take anything away from this talk, I think it's that I really wrote this policy proposal because I believe that cooking and heating should be something that sustains us and is healthy and not harming. So thank you.
J'espère que vous prendrez le temps demain pour vous joindre à nous et aller voir la première présentation d'affiches des prix du CPSC qui aura lieu de 14h30 à 18h dans la salle Gatineau, où plusieurs des meilleures propositions seront présentées.
Please also don't forget to look at the Science Policy's website for the 2017 awards page to link to a document of the top-ranked proposals from this year's competition. I hope that all of the young people in the room, age 35 and under, are starting to think about how you can contribute to evidence-based policy through next year's competition.
Eh bien, pour terminer cette merveilleuse soirée, nous invitons Myrdad à venir au podium pour le mot de la fin.
Merci beaucoup, but I think there is no more word to say, especially with this one. I think we are all inspired by everyone, excluding me, on the stage, and everybody enjoyed themselves. So let's finish by this word that this tonight's program captured in video, and the video will be posted online and travels across the globe and may inspire some young fellow in Northwest Territory or Northern Manitoba. Watch Neil Turok talking about science. The video goes to Nigeria or Philippines, and some fellow young person would think, I want to be like him, and I want to do what he has done. I think our mission is accomplished. Merci beaucoup. Bonne soirée.